Attention. If everyone could please start making their way to their seats, the ceremony will be starting in approximately 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Are y'all singing? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. During the commencement ceremony, we each need to be respectful, so please, at this time, silence all electronic devices. We'll just take a second while you do that. We don't want to hear turkey in the straw during an award. Okay, please hold your applause as the diplomas are awarded so that the name of each candidate will be heard by all. When taking pictures, just be mindful of those around you. Don't block the aisles. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of the ceremony so that the final graduate will receive the same recognition as the first. Special day for everyone here. And thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the class of 2018, please stand.
Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proofs through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Today is about joy and accomplishment. Today is a gift from God. Gathered on the edge of such an important milestone, may we offer to God all that we have to give ourselves in the stirrings of our hearts and minds. Let us now pause and pray. God of the mountains and God of the valleys, and God of the space in between, with grateful hearts and joyful lives, you have gathered us on this day of celebration. It is a time to celebrate transformation and a time to celebrate community. And it is a time to celebrate knowledge and a time to celebrate the journey of successes, failures, and growth. Oh God, you created life from the earth on which we dwell and breathe into it new grace and meaning. Grace and meaning that has formed these graduates during their years at Young Harris College. Graciously, you inspire us with wisdom and empower us with gifts that guide our work and a call to service. Bless our gathering this day as we recall your hope and mercy in our lives and in the lives of these graduates and all gathered, family and friends, faculty, staff, administration, and guests, and celebrate the endings and the beginnings of the opportunities you provide. Cover us in your abiding presence so we may live lives worthy of the callings you offer, that we may strengthen one another in your creation as we walk together with you through this life. In your holy and righteous name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Good morning, guys. My name is Ellie Flagg, and I'm the president of the Student Government Association. And I welcome you all to this historic and exciting moment in the life of the Young Harris College, our 2018 commencement. Fellow graduates, we are a significant part of the Young Harris College's 132-year history. We are the 8th class to graduate from YHC since earning our 4-year accreditation, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we are the largest class to have ever graduated. Yeah. We have had a front row growth of Young Harris. We have a front row view of Young Harris's growth, of new majors, new buildings, new traditions, like walking the wall and don't step on the seal until after graduation. You name it, we've lived through it, and we've watched it all change. We have experienced the Young Harris spirit. We are different people, hopefully better, stronger, smarter, well-rounded, more grounded, and compassionate people because of our time here. Graduates, today, we will receive degrees that document our academic accomplishments, but this will signify only the beginning of our journeys. We will continue to learn and change and adapt in order to succeed in the world that awaits us. But we can go forth knowing that Young Harris has prepared us for this. So to all my fellow classmates, good job. We didn't mess up. We did it, and congratulations.
Good morning. Y'all don't sound happy to be here. Come on. Good morning. All right, that's more like it. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Young Harris College, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome, most importantly, the graduates, their parents, grandparents, other relatives, guests and friends, and other students, faculty, staff, and other guests to the Enchanted Valley for the 2018 commencement. It is truly a special day for all of you, most importantly for our graduates, which is the largest graduating class we've had thus far, the class of 2018. 8 years ago, in graduating our first baccalaureate class in almost a century, we looked for a way to connect the rich legacies of Young Harris College to its exciting present. And we invited the alumni class that was celebrating the 50th anniversary to possess with our current students. We've continued that practice, and today it is my pleasure to recognize those who 50 years ago sat where you sit today as graduates of Young Harris College, class of 1968. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you so much for being a part of our ceremony today, and thanks for all that you do for our college. I would like to ask the members of the Board of Trustees to stand and be recognized for their tireless hours of devotion to forwarding the mission of the college, which is to educate students in the liberal arts and professional programs, serve both the region and the world, and empower its graduates to create and define service, successes, and meaning throughout their life. Members of the board, would you please stand and be recognized? Thanks to all of you for your leadership and counsel. While preparing to welcome you today, I took a few minutes and read a draft of the program within which there's an explanation of the commencement. It states in part that the commencement ceremony represents a rite of passage to a new life. After today, you graduates will enter a new phase of your life, whether entering the work world or as a graduate student pursuing an advanced degree. You will meet new challenges every day, and I'm sure your liberal arts education will provide you the tools to overcome them and prosper. I hope you found your years at Young Harris College to be as meaningful as I did mine. You will look back on them with much fondness, and many times you will wish you were still here. I encourage you to be an involved alumnus and support the school through your visits, actions, and monetary donations. Please come back and see us and stay involved. Congratulations to all of our graduates on the commencement of the next stage of your life, and best wishes for future successes in whatever you may do. Thank you.
the Young Harris College Medallion is the highest honor bestowed by the college. It is awarded to an alumnus, alumna, or friend of the college who has made extraordinary contributions to the college. That criteria made this year's recipient a very easy choice. This alumnus of the college followed in the footsteps of his father and uncle and graduated from Young Harris in 1974 with an Associate of Science degree in education. Following his graduation from YHC, he went on to that red and black university in Athens and graduated summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Business. He then went on to become an auditor with Arthur Anderson and Company, where he was assigned to what would become the Hardin Construction Company, which eventually led him to joining the firm and being named Chief Financial Officer of Hardin in 1989 before becoming chairman of the company in 2007. M. Brantley Barrow was elected as a member of the Young Harris College Board of Trustees in 2004, and then chairman of the board 9 years later in 2013. With his experience in construction, he oversaw the building of new residence halls, the village, the Recreation and Fitness Center, and the renovation of the Glenn McGinnis Hall. He also led the presidential search committee that hired me. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brantley, your vision, financial acumen, encouragement, and leadership has made Young Harris College a better place. You've given unselfishly of your time, talents, and resources. And I'll say time again, as he spent days on this campus meeting with faculty, staff, and students to ensure a smooth transition when I began my tenure in October. Again, thank you, Mr. Chairman. A member of the YHC Board of Trustees said this about Brantley. Brantley has a mind as sharp as a briar and a big, generous heart, a heart as big as a bale of Georgia cotton. His sharp mind has been so good for Young Harris and leading us with vision. He also is a crackerjack fisherman, and it's a real pleasure to spend the day in the boat with him. Another trustee said, Brantley is a very successful person regardless of how you measure success. He's had a superb business career as evidenced by his performance at Hardin Construction. He moved up the ladder and became CEO. He built a great company and negotiated a very profitable sale at a very difficult time in the construction cycle. He's also been very successful when measured by his contribution of talent and resources to our community. He has a servant heart, and this has been reflected in his commitment to YHC, UGA, Atlanta Habitat for Humanity, Atlanta Area Council of Boy Scouts of America, and other nonprofit organizations. He and Sharon have wonderful relationship, and Sharon and a couple of your family are here with us today. This is a surprise for Brantley, by the way. He didn't know this was happening. They've raised two excellent young children. He's a wise person, and he can count on true devoted friends on one hand at any point in their lives, and those that have Brantley as friend understand that said is a wise statement. His life and career stand as an example to the students of Young Harris College. Education, persistence, giving back to his community and others, and lending from the front. His tenure at YHC came at a time of great changes in higher education throughout our country, and he led us on a course that will provide Young Harris with a prominent position in our region for youth to experience a unique experience and be armed to succeed. When Brantley is not attending meetings and working to further expand and grow Young Harris, he enjoys traveling, fishing, tennis, going to UGA football games, and spending time with his wife Sharon, his son Branton, daughter-in-law Alexia, and his daughter Becca and son-in-law Michael. Come this summer, a new chapter of his life will begin, that being a grandfather. Please join me in congratulating the 2018 recipient of the Young Harris College Medallion, Mr. Brantley Barrow. Anything else for you? Brantley will be stepping down as board chair on June 30th after having served as chairman for 5 years, but he'll remain an active and integral part of the Young Harris Board of Trustees. Our gratitude to you, Brantley.
Sorry, I apologize. Hi, everybody. My name's Ryan Tate. I'm a student here at Young Harris College, a graduate. And I have the privilege of introducing our commencement speaker. Dr. Danny Morrison has proven to be an innovative leader in both athletics and higher education. For 8 years, he served as president of the Carolina Panthers. During this time, he led the organization in coordinating a 3-year, $112.5 million renovation plan for the Bank of America Stadium. His career in higher education began in 1980 at Elon College. It was there where he served in one of the most important roles, assistant basketball coach to our very own president, Van Horn. Dr. Morrison, if Can Jam skills are half of what we think their basketball skills are, I know you have him to thank, so little joke. After his time at Elon, he went on to Wofford College, where he served as director of athletics before being named vice president of the college. Dr. Morrison then went on to serve as director of athletics at Texas Christian University, where he developed one of the most successful programs in the nation. From 2001 to 2005, Dr. Morrison was commissioner of the Southern Conference, where he established numerous progressive initiatives, fostered corporate partnerships, and expanded the conference's television schedule through various networks. But that's just his resume. Dr. Morrison has committed his time to serving on various boards and committees. He has served as chair of the NFL, the Subcommittee on College Relations, the Wofford College Board of Trustees, Charlotte Sports Foundation Board of Directors, Charlotte Regional Partnership, Charlotte Center City Partners, and Project Life, as well as others on the Board of Ambassadors of Levine Children's Hospital. He earned a bachelor's degree from Wofford College, his master's of education in administration and supervision from the University of North Carolina, and a doctorate in educational leadership from the University of South Carolina. Dr. Morrison is currently the professor of practice at the University of South Carolina in the Department of Sport and Entertainment Management. Together, he and his wife Peggy have 2 children, Trey and Meg. I'm so excited to welcome Dr. Morrison to the Enchanted Valley on behalf of the class of 2018 for a special day.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I really like the touch of having the student introductions. I love the music. I'm actually thrilled to be here. I got here early this morning to tour the campus and just see the beauty of the campus, how well it's maintained, and you can see how much pride is in this special place. We'll take you back to May 14, 1972, commencement address at the University of Alabama. It's a young professor there, or who was in the administration there, named Larry McGehee. He was in his young 30s. He later ended up being a wonderful mentor to me. So he's given the commencement address, wonderful message, but he got national acclaim for the commencement address. It was the shortest commencement address ever. Time magazine picked up on it, and unfortunately for you, I won't break his record. So. But I'm thrilled to be here. You know, he understood things. What Dr. McGehee understood is it's all about you. It's about you, your family, your journey, the elementary school teachers, middle school teachers, high school teachers, faculty and staff, everybody that nurtured you along the way to get to this wonderful occasion today. So congratulations. Ryan already spoke about this. It was summer of 1980. I go to Elon College as an assistant basketball coach and inherit a talented, smart, tough, and kind point guard named Drew Van Horn. It's been wonderful to watch his progress over the years.
all of his career, his wonderful family, and I hope what all of you will do is bring joy to those people that you've touched along the ways. It was March 1, 1985. I go to Wofford College as the athletic director. The president at the time was a guy named Joe Lassane. He was named president there at age 33. He actually took over at 34. He had a wonderful presidency, 28 years. He got to plant the seed, watch it germinate, watch it grow, watch it flourish. Amazing accomplishments in 28 years at Wofford. He had chances to go to bigger, better, but he understood, like young Harris, small colleges are unique and make such an impact on young people. But here was what was great about him. He was a wonderful leader. He was the great encourager. Great encourager. He understood that risk and progress are complementary variables. And if you don't take anything else away from today, risk and progress are complementary variables. You've got to take some risk to make some progress. Now, hopefully you'll have a boss that's also the great encourager, because you don't take a lot of risk if your boss is going to cut your knees out from under you if you make a mistake. But he was wonderful. He also thought long-term versus short-term. And the irony of thinking long-term versus short-term is that your short-term's actually better too, because you do things for the right values. There was an athletic director you probably haven't heard from or heard about. His name, Tom Butters.
friends, we're going to offer a quick prayer in this time. So if you will bow your heads and let us enter into the presence of God. Holy and gracious God, we ask that you be present in these moments where there is a scare and sickness, where there's trial and tribulation. It is your presence we call on to cover us, oh God, to bring us a moment of peace and clarity. God, we are thankful for all of the people who have come in this moment to offer care and assistance. We pray for the family, oh God, as we know that their hearts are troubled at this time. But God, it is your grace that is sufficient and abundant, and it overwhelms us at times, and we ask that that grace covers each one of us now, offering your grace that heals and redeems, oh God, and offers the goodness that you have for us in this day. But most of all, oh God, we ask that you be with those who are not well at this time, who feel sick, and all those that are responding, and especially the family. God, we pray all of these things in Christ's holy name, and all God's people say, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman who was stricken ill is answering questions, and he's alert, and the family asked that we would proceed with our commencement exercises. So if we could, let's join together so we can celebrate for these young people who are in front of us who will be graduating, and thank you so much for your prayers in this matter. What I'd like to do now as we make this transition is to welcome back to the podium Dr. Danny Morrison to continue his comments. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great to hear the news. So I was talking about Tom Butters. You may not know the name. Here's the situation with Tom Butters, maybe one of the most underrated ADs in the country. He was in the ACC. In the third year, his coach won 3 ACC games and got beat by Wagner at home. Everybody was clamoring for the coach to be fired. How could we even hire this coach? He had a losing record his last year at Army, and we can't even pronounce his name. Of course, Tom Butters was at Duke. Mike Krzyzewski is the name, and he hung in there with him, and of course, the rest is history. Here's what he recognized. He recognized that Mike Krzyzewski was finishing second on a lot of recruits. Well, the naysayers would say, by God, he can't close. He just can't close. Well, Tom Butters knew that at the end, it was just a matter of time before he was going to get one. And then he got Johnny Dawkins, and then the rest is history, and of course, one of the greatest coaches ever. Tom Butters did another interesting thing. They just built this huge Dean Dome, seats 20-some thousand at the University of North Carolina. A lot of the fans were saying, we've got to build one as big. And he did it again. He went against the norm. What he said was, we got to be who we are, which is a great lesson for all of us to be who we are. And instead, they renovated Cameron Indoor Stadium, and guess who has the best basketball environment in America? Duke. Tom Butters, very understated, very unknown, but did incredible work. Now back to Joe Lassane. He had another saying. His saying was, if something didn't work out, make a forward fumble out of it. And if you think about it, if you fumble the ball and fall on it 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, pretty good place to be. Forward fumble. So I'm going to take you to January 18, 2018. 83-39. Think about that. 83-39. Now think about you're the team that scores 39 points against the 4th best team in the conference, not even the best team in the conference. How about that trip coming home? Miserable. Coaches probably think players aren't playing hard, we're not executing, we may not win another game. The players, no confidence in the coaching staff, probably disharmony. 83-39, trip home. Here's what happens. They win 11 out of their last 13 games. Somehow they get it turned. They end up winning the conference tournament, beat the number 1 regular season champion, Vermont. Then they go in the 16th seed in the NCAA playoffs, and not only get the number 1 seed, they get the number 1 seed in the whole tournament, Virginia. UMBC gets the greatest upset in tournament history. How do you go from 83-39 and with 39 and then get the greatest upset? You hang in there. April 4, 2018, Roz Durant comes to speak to my class. Roz is one of the top executives at ESPN. She's probably 40. She runs all the college networks. So she has ESPNU, the SEC network, the Longhorn network. She did an amazing job in class. And you know, learning takes place all of your life. So then she lists about 10 nuggets that she wants to share with the students, and I won't share all of them with you, but I'll share a few. Curious. Always keep learning. Use your voice. She says that to every intern at ESPN. Use your voice. If you're in a meeting and you've got something to add, you should talk. Best ideas win. Then she said, recover quickly and move on. Isn't that forward fumble? Recover quickly, move on. Then she talked about integrity and all that you do. And then I loved her last nugget. Her last nugget was kind. You can be tough and you can be kind. Be kind. So I'm going to leave you with a couple of definitions. My favorite definition of leadership. Leaders get results. Simple. Leaders get results. They come in all sizes, all shapes. Be who you are. Do it in your own style. Learn from others. But you can't replicate genuine. You have to be genuine. Second definition, success. Success, a few simple disciplines practiced every single day. Few simple disciplines practiced every single day. You got to hang in there. UMBC scores 39, and then they have a greatest upset. Unbelievable. There's a book by Angela Duckworth called Grit. It's been out a year or two. She did all kinds of research. So she studies the cadets at West Point, and she's trying to figure out why do some make it and why some don't make it. So initially thinking, well, maybe the brightest are the ones that make it, or maybe the ones that are most well-rounded, or maybe the ones that are the best personality. What she found out was the title of the book, Grit. Grit, hanging in there. All of the above, simple, but not easy. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Morrison. Talk about recover quickly and move on. Great job. Thank you, sir. I invite President Van Horn and Dr. Danny Morrison to join me here at the lectern. President Van Horn, I am pleased and privileged to present the candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, Dr. Danny Morrison.
Danny, your words today are one of the reasons why I wanted you to be able to be here to hear these young people. Just like your life reflects the excellence and commitment that I knew would inspire our graduates, your remarks did that. Today, Young Harris College recognizes your exemplary leadership, your resilience, and resolve by presenting you with an honorary degree. Dr. Morrison has served as a role model for many people, me included. He was a successful collegiate student athlete, successful college coach, college administrator, athletics administrator, and most recently, a successful president for the Carolina Panthers. Dr. Morrison has consistently used his seat of influence to assist in meeting the needs of the people in the regions where he has served. He has faced difficult situations in leadership, and he has emerged victorious and stronger as a leader. Danny, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Young Harris College, it is my pleasure to bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Congratulations.
It is a pleasure to recognize two esteemed members of our faculty who have both received very special awards this year. Both are featured in your program. Recipients, when I call your names, please stand. The Vulcan Award for Teaching Excellence is based on nominations from the faculty and recognizes a colleague who exemplifies what it means to be a liberal arts college professor. This recipient this year is Associate Professor of English and English Department Chair, Dr. Eloise Whisenhunt. Dr. Whisenhunt is highly regarded by her students and her peers. Both colleagues and students recognize Dr. Wisenhunt's use of the Socratic method to guide insightful class discussions over close readings of challenging materials. More than one student praised Dr. Wisenhunt for her availability, her high standards, and for pushing students to excel beyond their expectations. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Eloise Wisenhunt. The Outstanding Professor Award is selected by the academic deans and is based on teaching, scholarship, and service. This year's recipient is Associate Professor of Art, Mr. Ted Wisenhunt. Mr. Wisenhunt is a multi-talented teacher who teaches painting, drawing, sculpture, photography, and ceramics. He built the current art major from the ground up, and he and I converted the old elementary school to be a very popular building on campus, and people thought we were crazy when we brought it up, didn't they? But we did it. He oversaw the development of the new graphic art design major that will begin in 2018. Mr. Wisenhunt has served as the chair of the art department since arriving at Young Harris College in 2009. He has served as dean of the Division of Fine Arts and a member of the advisory committee for tenure and promotion. Please join me in recognizing Mr. Ted Wisenhunt. I am honored to present the Dr. Charles R. Craig Outstanding Scholar Award. This award recognizes the graduating student with the highest overall grade point average in all courses completed at Young Harris College. It is named in honor of the late Dr. Charles R. Craig, beloved president of YHC from 1950 to 1963. This year, we have two recipients of the Charles R. Craig Outstanding Scholar Award. And what I'm about to tell you is extraordinary. These two students are graduating with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. This means that they have earned an A in every single class they've taken at YHC, not even a single A-. This year's winners are Ms. Taylor Balicki and Ms. Sarah Gossett. Will Taylor and Sarah come forward, please, and join us on the stage? Taylor and Sarah, would you join us on the stage, please? As they come up, Dr. Van Horn will give you your medallions. Taylor Balicki of Blairsville, Georgia, graduates today with a Bachelor of Arts in English. She has maintained a 4.0 during her YHC career. This year, she was the recipient of the Outstanding Paper for an Upper Division English course. For the nomination process, one of her professors said, "Many of us in the department think it's fantastically frustrating to teach Taylor because she works at such a high level that we are often left scratching our heads for ways to help her improve." This professor continued to say, "She's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of student, and I hope she goes on to accomplish big things in this world." I think you can count on that. Another professor noted that in their 20 years in higher education, she is the most outstanding scholar they had the privilege of teaching. Congratulations, Taylor. Our next recipient, Sarah Gossett of Tunnel Hill, Georgia, graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. She's maintained a 4.0 during her YHC career and she recently received the Outstanding Biology Senior Research Award during the YHC Honor Ceremony and won Best of Biology Talks during the Georgia Academy of Science this year. One of her professors said, "Her work ethic and drive is surpassed only by her graciousness and politeness. She is a wonderful individual to work with and to be around and has made a significant impact in the biology program." Congratulations, Sarah. I'm honored to present the following student awards. Recipients, please stand as I call your name. The student awards we present next had a number of very worthy nominees, and the campus committee, which reviewed the nominations, had an incredibly difficult time in making these selections. So to all the students who were nominated, I congratulate you for your dedication and spirit with which you pursued your education here. You are all winners, and I wish we could recognize you all. First is the Zell B. Miller Leadership Award. This award recognizes the graduating student who has made significant contributions to campus life at Young Harris College as an outstanding leader and role model. It is named in tribute to the Honorable Zell B. Miller, YHC class of 1951 and a trustee of the college, who served as Georgia's governor and U.S. senator. The recipient of this award is selected from campus nominations by a panel of faculty, staff, and administrators. This year's recipient of the Zell Miller Leadership Award is Jada Williams. Congratulations, Jada. The Young Harris College Spirit Award is next. This award recognizes the graduating student who best exemplifies the Young Harris spirit, that indefinable characteristic that YHC students and alumni and faculty know that makes this college a unique and special place. The recipient has demonstrated outstanding levels of personal integrity, friendliness, and engagement with the campus community, and is selected from campus nominations by a panel of faculty, staff, and administrators. The selection committee had a number of really great nominees for the YHC Spirit Award, and finally could not get beyond a tie. So we have two outstanding recipients of the Spirit Award this year. Receiving this year's Young Harris Spirit Award are Michael Livingston and Laura Gregory. Please stand to be recognized. Congratulations, Michael and Laura. The Sullivan Awards. 8 years ago, our college received the great honor of joining 61 colleges, mostly in the southeastern United States, that present annual awards of the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation, which takes as its primary mission the inspiration of young people to lead lives of integrity characterized by service above self and service to the community. Each year, the college presents two awards: the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award to a graduating male senior, and the Mary Mildred Sullivan Award to a graduating female senior. These awards were created more than 100 years ago, and the awards are named in remembrance of the lives of these two people of service to others. The awards recognize nobility of character as demonstrated by their integrity in thought and actions, and their commitment to placing service to others beyond and before themselves. The awards also are intended for individuals who exhibit fine spiritual qualities practically applied to daily living. These awards are not tied to academic or athletic achievement, to business success or professional ability, political leadership, or other specific callings. The object of the awards is to celebrate those who, by their thoughts and actions, have a positive influence and an impact on many others. The recipient of the Mary Mildred Sullivan Award is Madison Barnes. Madison, please stand. Congratulations, Madison. The Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award, as you've heard, also recognizes exemplary character, integrity, and service. The recipient of the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award is Kenneth Boykin, Jr. Congratulations, Kenneth. Now the moment you've been waiting for. On behalf of the faculty of Young Harris College, I am pleased to present these candidates for graduation. Will the candidates for each degree rise and remain standing as I announce the degree that you are being awarded? First, the Bachelor of Arts degrees. Art, Communication Studies, Creative Writing, English, History, Interdisciplinary Studies, Music, Religious Studies, Spanish, Theater. The Bachelor of Music Education degree. The Bachelor of Science degrees, Biology, Business and Public Policy, Chemistry, Education, Environmental Science, Mathematics, Outdoor Leadership, Psychology. President Van Horn, these candidates have completed or will complete all requirements prescribed by the faculty and Board of Trustees of Young Harris College. They are entitled to receive the degrees for which they have been recommended.
With your successful completion of academic requirements and by authority granted by the Young Harris College Board of Trustees, the State of Georgia, and the United Methodist Church, it is my privilege to confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music Education, and Bachelor of Science. I also charge you to a lifetime of study, preparation, and growth. You may be seated. Now that your degrees have been conferred, will the graduating candidates of the class of 2018 please come forward as directed by the commencement marshals to receive your diplomas.
Kiana Ray Dickerson. Yolanda Elizabeth Evans. Hannah Louise Gravitt, cum laude. Peyton Lee Methen, cum laude. Yeah, thanks. Tori Jean Waldrop. Megan Nicole Abercrombie, magna cum laude. Samantha Nadine Atkinson. Zachary Charles Barrett. Kirsty Lee Bingham, cum laude. Christy Ruth Blayrock, magna cum laude. Kelly Megan Bryson. Chelsea Ann Collins, magna cum laude. Morgan Fanida Dooley, magna cum laude. Holly Elizabeth sorry, Holly. Emily Ann Medine. Elizabeth Hudson Tess Mitchell. John Lyle Moore, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Ober. Emily Ann Steele Pittman. Andrew Michael Shearling. Emily Elizabeth Sinclair, cum laude. Juliana Smith, cum laude. Maggie Louise Sproston, summa cum laude, honors. Hello. Claire Alice Warren. Allison Marie Weldon, summa cum laude. Bailey Brianna Whitten. Adric Ramon Yasalge. Morgan A. Balicki, summa cum laude, honors. Hello. Audrey Patricia Davis. Jacob William Doka. Itel. Catherine Elizabeth Itel, summa cum laude. Isco. Rachel Courtney Isco, magna cum laude. Brittany Ann Holbrooks. Melissa Madeline Powell. Joshua Thomas Sharp. Autumn Chelsea Brianna Webb. Royce Woolfolk III. Cassandra Lee Zimmerman, magna cum laude. Taylor Balicki, summa cum laude, honors. Jordan Ashley Cox. Stacia Natalie Deal, cum laude. Helen Cantrell Dobbins. Taylor Brooke Pruitt. Hello, sir. Stephen Bryson Quinn. Cole Martin Connor. We'll take a moment, let them catch up. Let's move them along. Courtney Lynn Huskins, cum laude. Thank you, sir. Chad Vincent Crimbless. Thanks. Michael Joseph Livingston. Wesley Adair Martin, cum laude. Matthew Thomas Lee Mathis. Hello. Thomas Ryan McDonough. Hello, Jada. Melina? I never pronounced it. Jada Melina Williams, summa cum laude. Autumn Grace Adams, cum laude. Sarah Ashton Alderman, magna cum laude. Luke Daniel Connor. Holly Elizabeth Eckerd. Taylor Mora Henham. Juliana Erin Jager. Jager. That's two, cum laude. Lauren Nicole James, magna cum laude, honors. Kyle Philip Johnson. Hello. Christina Marie Lizama. Kristen Kennedy Thigpen, magna cum laude, honors. Hello. Melanie Nicole Ellis. Congratulations. Patricia Shea Gallagher. Hey, buddy. Cameron Austin Lejeune. Charles Augustus Meggett V, cum laude. Tyler Jackson Redmond, summa cum laude. Sarah Jane Stogsdale. Erin Reed Fincannon. Madeline Suzanne Kent. Alexandra Louise Lawson. Jared Taylor Roach. James Richard Rogers III, magna cum laude. Emily Rebecca Todd. Monica Ramirez Leon, magna cum laude. Brianna Nicole Rucker. Andrew Joseph Anderson. Natalie Gail Andrick, cum laude. Nicole Marie Conrad. Amanda Elizabeth Crane. Larry Kevin Garland II. Hannah Elizabeth Johnson. Magna cum laude. Darn you. All right. Sarah Hope McTire. Morgan Elizabeth Mims. Nicholas Lee Oberhoy. Y'all are killing me. Sandra Antoinette Romeus. Sandra Antoinette Romeus II. Tyler Daniel Todd. Macaulay Cooper Van Hoos. Savannah Marie Williams. Austin Blake Wilson, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Gary Arnold, cum laude. Hey, Kenny. Kenneth Cornelius Boykin, Jr. Hello. Ashley K. Brannon, cum laude. Hannah Nicole Carter. Nicholas Walton Fortenberry. Jessica Lynn Holsworth. Jasmine DeVale Redding. Emily Georgina Roberts. Thank you, dear. Lucy Millennia Alvina. Nathan Allen Barnes, cum laude. Rachel Victoria Benson, magna cum laude. Ariel Levon Charles, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Cochran, cum laude. Comas. Gabriel Grace Comas, summa cum laude. Kelly Nicole Dees. Alexis Diana Forsyth. Frangi. Ashley Michelle Frangi. Sarah Nicole Garner. Hello. Hey, congrats. Sarah Kate Gossett, summa cum laude. Bailey Elizabeth Grantham. Ashley Nicole Heyman. Kelsey Rose Heiss, magna cum laude. Julian Sergio Infante. Samantha Brooke Jones, honors, magna cum laude. Sarah Krishna Maria Jorgensen, magna cum laude. Candler Lorraine Kimsey, summa cum laude. Lepine. Rachel Carol Ann Lepine. Elizabeth Michelle Lowe, cum laude. Hello, sir. Darian Lee Mask. Hello, sir. Maximilian Marvin Muldoon, magna cum laude. Rachel May Perus. Hilda Yasmin Ramos, summa cum laude. Spivey. Chandler Nicole Spivey, cum laude. Cassidy Ashton Starling, magna cum laude. Megan Nicole Tonneson, magna cum laude honors. Is it Megan or Megan? Trista Renee Twyford. Georgia Lee Webb. Miranda Lauren Whipple. Carly Madeline Zacharias, magna cum laude. Yeah, thank you, sir. Ali Arafa. Madison Rose Barnes, summa cum laude. Brianna Winona Bell, summa cum laude. Chandler Sonny Bradley. Hannah Jacqueline Carpenter, cum laude. Thank you, sir. Joseph Robert Charles. Hello. Chelsea Leanne Cook. Emily Taryn Cook, magna cum laude. Boyd Dylan Daly. Murphy Susan Davis, magna cum laude. Nicole Nacimiento de Medeiros. Sean Michael Dever. Jake William Dunlop. Stephen Eichhorn, summa cum laude. Ryan Matthew Emery. Tucker Raymond Emmert. Eleanor M. Flagg. Eleanor M. Flagg. She said, don't mess up. Cum laude. Rudolfo Goona III. Luke Thomas Gigerich. Benjamin Daniel Giles. Hudson Connor Graham, cum laude. Jeremy Trevor Grant. Hannah Jo Harrison, magna cum laude. Zachary Davis Hopkins, magna cum laude. Hey, buddy. Howie? Yeah, I thought so. Angus William Howie. So tall. Wesley Ryan Johnson. Nicole Barbara Kernahan. Matthew Thurston Ladon, magna cum laude honors. Ernesto Mejia. Edwin Ernesto Mejia. Mariel Moore. Mallory Rose Mullen. Patrick Reagan Navarre. Corey James Nelson Jr. Matthew Sims Ollie. I always get that wrong. Hunter Allen Packman. Alex Michael Pack. Kendra Danielle Parenteau. Alexandru Petru Pavel, cum laude. George Francis Pearson III, magna cum laude. Josh Mark Barlow Poole. Jeffrey Daniel Roper. Ellen Maria Runkrantz. Laura Sanchez. Marshall McKinnon Simpson. Robert Scott Spangenberg. Congratulations. David Farr Stewart. Kirsten Lee Swanda. Austin Todd Tibbetts. Hollis L. Townsend. Carl Michael Anton Viden, magna cum laude. William Donald Wall III, cum laude. David Nicholas Wallen, magna cum laude. Lance Holden Whitlow. Jana Marie Carpenter. Anna Elsa Galdamez, thank you, cum laude. Mackenzie Ray Hood. Juliana Lawson. Delmar Puerta, thank you. I've been mastering names, I'm sorry. Maria Delmar Puerta, magna cum laude. Emily Diane Royal, summa cum laude. Stephanie Marie Stanton. Linda Caitlin Chastain. What's that? Andrea Denise Deering. Gillum. Audrey Hannah Gillum, magna cum laude. Laura Brooke Gregory, cum laude. Rebecca Page Herring, summa cum laude. Katarina. Diana Katarina Lane, magna cum laude. Yay, Megan. Megan Ain McQuaid, cum laude. Honora. Kaylee Honora Parker, magna cum laude. Kayla M. Reese, summa cum laude, honors. Catherine Jillian Rittenhouse, cum laude. Elizabeth Story Roberts. Harrison Stewart Barton. Andrew John Himmelreich. Zachary James Mitchell, cum laude. William Cody Walden. Reese Marie Brooks, summa cum laude, honors. Lohan Farrell Lizen, cum laude. Julia Elizabeth Roberson, cum laude. Morgan Taylor Sullins.
You have the hardest job here. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. Chase Aaron Adams, cum laude.
They just ran out of stickers. I swear it's true.
Liam Alexander Cunningham, cum laude. Etheridge. Noah Etheridge Hamill. Levy Nicole Lines, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann McNutt. John Mathis Orr. Ryan Lemuel Tate. Adam Keith Troll, cum laude. Amanda Brooke Allen. Sierra Monet Alston. Victoria Caroline Barber. Jared Ray Campbell. Kimberly Edgemon Chambliss. Alicia Nicole Collier. Nicholas Crawford, cum laude. Julia Moran Durac. What's that? Oh, cheers, thanks. Heather Nicole Davis. Hi there. Stephanie Marie Dombrowski. Alexis Claire Evans. Julia Celeste Falgou. Lindsay Brooke Hardy, summa cum laude. Rachel Mackenzie Harper. Aaliyah R. Kareem. Bridget Renee Laney. Savannah Lee Ledford. Darius Miles Leland Maddox. Marlon Sacha Montanella. Okay. William Michael Moody, magna cum laude. Sunny Yash Patel. Tony Angelina Perucci, magna cum laude. Haley Brianna Reeves. Ayla Cheyenne Rhinesmith. Hello, thank you. Danielle Angelique Rich. Hi, how you doing? Tessa Jane Rowland. Congratulations. Hi. Rossell? Hannah Grace Rossell. Owsley Jerome Tanner. Amri Nicole Terriad. Madison Cole Thomas. Kayla Marie Tiedoff. Thanks, brother. Benjamin David Waterhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. May be seated. It is the tradition at commencement that the president has the last word for the graduates. It's called a charge. In fact, the definition I like for the verb charge is to impose a duty, a responsibility, or an obligation upon. Before I give you such a charge, I want to share with you a few thoughts that I feel are important. All of the rest of you here are free to listen, but these remarks are for those who are before me who will be graduating. These thoughts are not academic. They are thoughts regarding life. I present them knowing that they may not apply to each of you. They are offered free of charge, so you're free to disregard them. Right now, I feel the excitement and the promise and the hope which is in this place radiating from this class. It has, in this class, are tremendous voices, wonderful actors, talented athletes, activists, innovative thinkers, counselors, and leaders. I'm sensing the excitement of you having to accomplish a great goal, and now you're wanting to move on into the world and get on with the next phase of your life. Today, your excitement is real, and I want you to know that you are capable of many things. Then you need to hear me say that you can accomplish what you set your mind to. Don't listen to the negative comments that may come your way. Be a catalyst for positive and for change. Now, class, we're reminded by the conflicts and the wars going on around us, in the weather, natural disasters, that we live in a scary time and in uncertain times. But while uncertainty can be scary, I want to tell you today, do not let fear gain a foothold in your lives. I don't care if it's a fear of having to face bullies or a fear of lack of protection or a fear of failure. You see, we as a people and as a country cannot afford to have you allow fear to gain a foothold in your lives. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is that for God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. Use today's excitement as a catalyst to move ahead in power and in love and self-control, leaving fear in your wake. While Franklin Roosevelt had one of the most important quotes about fear, I like what his wife Eleanor had to say. She said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence every time you stand, stop, and look fear in the face." In this life, you will gather and have times where fears, and I ask and pray that you will stand and face those. And I hope you've learned how to do that here at this place. Fear of failure is one of the greatest ones. As you face your mistakes, you can either allow them to take you out of the game or they can mold you. As you've heard Dr. Morrison say, I did play basketball in college, and I had the opportunity to play a summer basketball league with a wonderful athlete on my team. Later in his professional career, he said this, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." This man was Michael Jordan, and he had the right attitude. One of our great country's inventors, Thomas Edison, was asked by a reporter one time who was trying to be critical, said, "How do you feel with all of your failures that you have failed 200 times to invent the light bulb?" And he responded, "I have learned 200 ways how not to make a light bulb." I would tell you that you have to realize that you must stand, and failure's going to come. But hear this, that's not the end. It's the beginning. How you bounce back from those things really matters. There are people out there who want to cause fear, and there are those of us who are striving to stand against the fearmongers, and we would like to have a few more people in our camp, and I hope you'll be one of those. If I could give you just 4 quick pieces of advice today, this is what I would say. Attempt to heal broken relationships. If possible, begin with your family. Certainly begin by forgiving yourself. This is important, and those can begin today. If possible, hug your parents. There will come a time when you wish that you could. Believe it or not, most of the time, they have meant well. Right, parents? As parents of 2 children, I can tell you, we parents are not perfect. Third, there's a generation behind you, and some of you either have or you will have children. Even though when you play games with them that you could win, let them win. Little ones need to experience victory. Also, I encourage you, keep a journal for your child or for a nephew or a niece or a friend. In that journal, write down your thoughts, your personal struggles, your thoughts about them, words of wisdom. And on their 13th birthday, give it to them. It'll mean more to them than you can ever imagine. Finally, I encourage you to look up the meaning of the word commitment. Write it on a note card. Place it anywhere you can for the important things in life, like relationships, marriage, parenting, friendship, and your spiritual life should be based on commitment, not convenience. In our southern manner of speaking, we have a tendency to join words together to form meanings. One of such word I really love is spitting image. Have y'all heard that before? We hear it like, well, this so-and-so is the spitting image of his father or his mother. If you look that up, that's a joining of two words, spirit and image. It means the person has the physical and the spirit of an individual. When I look upon you, I see the spitting image of Young Harris College. And I want you to carry that spirit with you where you go. Now I ask the graduating class to please stand and receive this charge. Now I charge you to go into the world and serve, inspire, and empower, always remembering that you can learn through your service and that there will always be someone who needs your help. I charge you to remember this: the true test of a servant is how you feel when someone treats you like a servant. I charge you to be a steward of the environment. You've had the opportunity to see pristine mountains and clean streams. You have also explored the environment, and you know the right things to do. However, the greatest reason that I give you this charge is because there is a generation who will follow you, and it's in your hands to help pass on to them a world that they too can enjoy. I charge you to remember this college and the friendships you have made here. Remember the late nights with friends. Remember those who supported you in this educational endeavor. Finally, I charge you to seek God. There will come a time when all you have to cling to in your faith is that there is a higher being. Remember that the people that you will serve and the world that you will tend belong to something bigger than any human. Now, with these words and this charge, I close. Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. We know what lies within you, and we are sure and we are proud to call you graduates." You may now move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your mortarboards. May God go with you and bless you. Congratulations, Class 2018.
New graduates of Young Harris College, ladies and gentlemen, as is the tradition when Young Harris College graduates leave their commencement, the faculty will line the exit to congratulate the graduates as they recess. We ask the audience members to remain in their places as our graduates recess, so that we may be able to exit everyone from the area as quickly as possible. Graduates, after exiting, please recess to the front of this building for a photograph. The Alumni Association will provide punch and cookies outside the Recreation and Fitness Center. Now I'd like to ask you all, I think you all already are standing, but we're going to join together in singing the Alma Mater. For those of you who don't know the words, it's on page 5 of your program. Please remain standing after the Alma Mater for the benediction and the recessional.
In Georgia, where the mountains blue are pointing toward the sky, there stands out on
to the graduates, to all gathered, may we receive this blessing of sending forth. May you have the courage to go into the world being led by the Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer of life, who guides you with grace and hope, and who challenges you with the gifts of wisdom, mercy, and justice, and who journeys with you, offering love and light to your every breath, step, word, and deed, so that you may do all the good you can by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. May grace guide you. May love prevail. O God, let it be. Amen.
Thank you.